Gianni, you want to tell us all about what social credit is? What is social credit?
Yes, a little bit more of China. So, in case you haven't known or made aware, China has implemented a social credit system within their society. So, you may be wondering, what is that? Well, it's similar to our credit system, but it gives individuals, businesses, and government entities a credit score based on their trustworthiness. So, it's been considered the most ambitious experiment in digital social control ever undertaken. There has been a lot of skepticism, first of all, mainly coming from the West, Western societies. China's citizens with high social scores get special privileges, while those with low scores risk less access to just about everything.
So you're saying
And
it's
to
like
pivot
it's like a system where they're
to the
ranking people,
US
right?
just recently,
You're saying they're ranking people?
yes, literally.
Oh wow.
Yes, they're ranking people, and some people that are following the rules, so to speak, will have higher access to things or privileges to certain things, and people that don't or have, and it's kind of silly things. Like it's like if you not saying jaywalking is silly, but it's something that could be smaller than jaywalking,
Hmm.
and they would like lose access or get a lower score.
Oh wow.
So
Lose access to
my
like I was
question,
reading like internet and stuff.
so yes, exactly, Neo, exactly. Actually implemented this as an in small territories throughout China a while ago, but at the time it's nationwide. So everybody in China is using the social credit system. And my question to you guys would do you think the US will copy China with a social credit system?
What do you
And
think,
how
Bob?
would you feel about that?
Well, how would I feel about it? As a Canadian, I would feel scared if the U.S. implemented it because your bad ideas generally become our bad ideas a few years down the road. So, I wouldn't be a fan of it. It, with the little bit of research that I was doing, it's that they're essentially trying to say that there needs to be a higher level of trust in society, and to nurture that trust that the government is fighting corruption, telecom scams, tax evasion. They're attacking unwanted behavior in society. um, that's it's problematic, and it made me think of a Black Mirror episode where people are being ranked that way. But I was relieved to find that China really doesn't have a central algorithm to measure credit worthiness at this point. And it's really low tech, where you've got information gatherers who walk around villages and they write down the residents' good deeds. While I recognize that,
That's horrible.
well, we do enter into a social contract. Society provides a lot of amenities for us, a lot of good things for us, and the social contract that's expected on the other side, there's not a lot expected of us. Just follow the basic rules.
Mhm.
But this is just an extension of the caste system that has existed in
In
China
China for years.
for
Centuries.
millennia,
Yep.
right? For hundreds of years. There's always been a caste system. You have the elites, you have the
Hmm.
laborers, you have the military, you
Yep.
have the administrators. It's all Everyone is compartmentalized. So this is just another way to
Sad.
modernize that idea, in in my opinion. And it's another way for those who have to garner more, because anyone who might be on the up, well, we can keep your social standing down. We can remove opportunities from you, like Neil was saying. The internet, even if it's low yield bank loans. If I jaywalk, I would, I'm a douchebag for doing it, but I don't know that it should affect my ability to borrow money from organizations in my country.
Yeah.
That's problematic.
I mean, to your question, Gianni, I
Right.
mean, as to whether or not it'll happen here, we're basically already doing it, to be honest with you. It's just the difference is it's established and enforced by like private companies instead of the government. Because you got Yelp, you got Google ratings for businesses, and then for us, for like regular people, it's followers. They're all like indicators of like our social credit, worthiness or how worthy we are. In like places like New York, insurance companies can actually rate you based on your social media now. So they can actually look at your social media and give you like a rating for insurance. So it's already happening here in the US. I think,
Wow.
yeah, I think the only problem I have with it is that it's the government that's deciding what's socially acceptable, right? And so there's more definite
that's my
punishments, whereas in our system, I mean, what's the ultimate punishment? We get canceled, right?
Yeah.
That's the
It's not a
punishment.
public caning in jail.
Right, exactly. Or we're not going to lose our internet because, I did something,
No.
I could keep my internet. Nobody will care about me in the social world, right? And then on top of that, like in our world, I know we're out of time, but if we find that we're socially unacceptable in the way we do it, then we can find smaller groups or niches of people that find us socially acceptable, right? So it's not like we don't have to have a punishment. I mean, matter of fact, shoot, it's not even a punishment. It's a reward because now I don't have to deal with the asses and and the idiots out there. Now I can deal with the people I like. So,
but like Johnny was saying, it could be individuals or groups. So if you do find yourself part of a fringe group that identifies, that has a label on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that label will then be disenfranchised, will be disadvantaged where the rest of society is. So no, you don't want. Yes, there's safety in numbers.
I don't want it in China, but I don't know. Here, I'm okay if being ostracized to a group if that's what I need to be, because I don't care about nobody else.
Neo.
If you're going to call me a nerd and put me in a nerd group, I'll take it. I'll own nerd.
I'm happy to be
category.
a nerd.
All right. Is this truth, lies, shenanigans?
Well, it's about to be our truth, America. So here we go.
Yeah,
truth.
I'm with you on truth. I'll give you truth.
It's truth. Yep.
Yeah, it's all true stuff. I mean, it's happening here, it's happening there, it's happening all over. Some comments online real quick. Jacqueline Robinson, the operative words are if the Communist Party ... Kevin Thaxton says that's Santa. Well, an analog version. Okay. All right. Elaine Carrera says, good point. We're already victims of this, and we've been since social media was introduced. China just took it one step further and made everyone aware of it.